Hi, welcome to Chef Maxwell's Kitchen. We're down here in Norfolk, Virginia at the Culinary Institute of Virginia, where tomorrow's great chefs are being trained. We've got a great show for you today. It's going to use beets and corn, two of my favorite vegetables, and it's going to be in a salad. It's going to be really, really interesting. I've got some water over here that's boiling. We're going to prep our vegetables first. So I'm going to take some corn. All right, pull off the husk. I got these at the grocery store. They were already husked, but this time of year you can get huge bins of corn in the grocery store or from a farmer's market. So that's going to go down there and cook for a little bit. Let me get rid of that. All right, then I'm going to take a beet, and I like to get the beets with the greens on them. You see how beautiful this is. They're a little less expensive in some markets, a little bit more expensive in others. So just kind of shop around. So I just cut the tops off, but I didn't break through the skin of the beet. And I'm going to put the beet in there and let that cook. Make sure there's enough water in there to cover the beet. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a half hour to cook these two things. All right? And I've got some beet greens, and we're going to use those in a minute. All right, well, I've got one of the beets already done, because like I said, it takes a little while. So let me show you how this works. I'm going to bring the bowl over in front, and I'm just going to scrape it down with the edge of my knife. You see how nice and red that beet stays. I find it a lot easier to cook the beets with the skin on and then peel them after they've been cooled down. Now I'm going to take and trim off where those seeds were, and I've got a wonderful piece of beet there. So we've got the water in there with the beets and the corn. I'm going to swish a little bit of beet green down in there, right, because I'm going to use these underneath my salad. Now this doesn't take very long. It just takes a few seconds to get them wilted really nice. You see how soft they are, and see how much more green they are. See how much brighter the green is when it's come out of the water. All right? So let's go ahead and mix our dressing. I'm going to take a little bit of olive oil. And I'm going to take a little bit of corn oil. Corn oil doesn't have as rich a flavor as olive oil, and I want the beets and the cheese and the corn to come through. That's why I'm not using 100% of the olive oil. I'm going to put a little bit of salt in there, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of sugar, some cilantro, and a little bit of lime juice. We use a fresh lime juice. I'm going to use a little bit of this key lime juice, about a quarter cup of that, and I'm just going to whisk this up nice. Get that whisked very, very good. And you see when I'm whisking it, I don't know whether the shot will show very well, but you can see how much thicker it's gotten. It's emulsified now, and that's the lime juice emulsifying with the fat. All right, so we've got that there. Take the beets and put those into the bowl. I'm going to crumble up this as much as I can, this goat cheese. It's got a little warm on the set here, so it's not crumbling as much as I'd like it to. But you can use feta cheese in this. That's a goat cheese. And you can use the chèvre, which is what this is. We're going to add our corn. Okay. We're going to season this again with a little bit more salt and pepper. A little bit of pepper. In that goes. And now what we've got to do is just toss it up. Toss this together so that all of the ingredients mix nicely together. You have to be careful because you don't want the whole salad to become pink. All right, so we've got that. Now we're going to add our dressing. All right, and let that toss. We're going to let this sit for 2 or 3 minutes. Just 2 or 3 minutes, just to make sure that the dressing soaks into everything. And when we come back, we'll put this on the plate. All right, the salad's had a chance to marinate a little bit. We're going to take a plate, and we're going to take some of these blanched beet greens, and they're just gorgeous. All right. And trim off a little bit. Fresh greens are wonderful. They got all kinds of vitamins and minerals. They're easy to cook, and they taste delightful. Beet greens are especially good because they got that beautiful color contrast in them. And I'll put these down. So we got a nice little underpinning of beet greens. Now we can put other lettuces on here if we want. I've got some over here. I could take a little bit of romaine, or you could use iceberg lettuce or something else in there. And just put some of that in there. Now we're going to take the salad. I'm going to spoon some of that in here. Garnish the top with just a little bit of lime. And take a little bit more dressing and just kind of drizzle all over this. And the last touch we've got, a little bit of green onion that we're going to decorate the top with. All right. There we go. We've got beets and sweet corn in a salad with goat cheese and a vinaigrette dressing. Wonderful, it's light, refreshing, and really good for you. Remember, on Chef Maxwell's Kitchen, we always play with our food. And it's better if that food is safe, fresh, and locally grown. For more delicious recipes using Virginia-grown fruits and vegetables, contact Lisa Lloyd at the Virginia Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services at 102 Governor Street, Richmond, Virginia, 23219.